These are the 5 best and only credit cards that anyone should consider having in 2026. As we walk through every card, I'll give you its best use case. Though keep in mind, this list that I'm giving you right now is not ranked because every card has a special use case that it's best at. Let's jump in. Card number 1 is gonna be the American Express Gold. Sign-up bonus. This card's kind of funky in that it has 2 sign-up bonuses. So the first is publicly available and anyone can find it, and that's gonna just give you 60,000 points after you spend $6,000 within the first 6 months. However, there is a way more elevated all-time high bonus going as high as 100,000 points for the same amount of spend for the same time period. The only problem is you gotta be able to find a working link to that. Now, thankfully, since you follow me for all the daily finance tips, I do have a working link to this non-public bonus, so feel free to check it out in the description box down below. Earnings. This card will earn 4x on restaurants up to $50,000 of spend in a year, 4x at grocery stores up to $25,000 of spend in a year, 3x for flights that you book direct with an airline or through Amex Travel, 2x for prepaid hotels booked through Amex Travel, and 1x for all other purchases. Benefits. This card has some unique credits, specifically a $120 Uber credit, a $120 dining credit, a $100 Resi credit, and an $84 Dunkin' credit. And this card, being American Express's mid-tier travel card, has a great benefit where it allows you to take your American Express points and you can transfer them to a flight or hotel partner. As an example, let's say you want to go to Paris in business class. Well, you could shell out a little over $2,600. Or you could just take 60,000 points from your American Express card, transfer it to Air France, and make that booking, and you're off on your way. Annual fee. This card does have a $325 annual fee, but keep in mind there's a couple credits we can use to offset it, namely the $120 Uber credit, the $120 dining credit, and that $100 Resi credit. You take it out, in effect, you could get paid to have this card. Now, let's say you are from New England, which I am, and you take advantage of the Dunkin' credit, well, that's another $84 to offset the annual fee. You could, in effect, be pocketing $99 to have this card. Verdict and recommendations. Folks, if you eat food, you needed this card yesterday. That's it. 4x on restaurants, 4x on groceries. That's a lock. In addition, it's American Express's mid-tier travel card that gives you the transfer partners so you could fly in things like business class for free. And oh, by the way, you effectively can pocket almost $100 to have this card. Yep, this is one that you definitely need to jump on today. Card number 2, the Chase Amazon Prime card. Sign-up bonus. You will receive a $150 Amazon gift card just for getting approved. Earnings. You'll get 5% cash back for any Amazon purchases, 5% cash back for any purchase at Whole Foods, 2% cash back at gas stations, 2% cash back for restaurants, 2% cash back for local transit and commuting, and 1% cash back all other purchases. Benefits. No foreign transaction fees. Annual fee, $0. My final verdict and recommendation, folks, if you shop on Amazon, which a ton of people, including myself, almost frequent way too much, this is your 5% discount card. This is your online shopping card, no questions. Card number 3, the Bilt Palladium. Sign-up bonus. You'll receive, for the first time ever, a 50,000 point bonus after you spend $4,000 within the first 3 months. In addition, you'll get $300 of cash back and Bilt Gold Elite status. Earnings. Very simply, 2x everywhere. In addition, you can either choose to earn 4% Bilt Cash on all purchases or up to 1.25x on all housing purchases. Benefits. I alluded to earlier, this card lets you earn points for your single largest monthly expense, which is going to be housing, whether it's rent or mortgages. There's no transaction fee, there's no cap on number of points you can earn, and the mechanism of how you actually make the payment is either going to be just directly on the Bilt app, or if your apartment building or mortgage lender is a partner of Bilt, you can just select pay through Bilt and you're good to go. The Bilt card also offers you transfer partners, and it's got an exclusive transfer partner in the way of Alaska Airlines. So let's say you wanted to fly from LA to Taipei in business class. Well, you can give Starlux a little over $5,000. Or you could take your Bilt points, transfer it to Alaska Airlines, and make that exact same booking for 75,000 points. The card also offers you Priority Pass, which gives you airport lounge access. In America, not that special. Abroad, in Europe and Asia, booze, showers, day beds. I got a massage once in one of these lounges, which is incredible and completely transforms how you travel. The card also offers you a $400 hotel credit as $200 in the first half, $200 in the second half, and $200 worth of Bilt Cash. Annual fee. This card does come with a $495 annual fee. However, you can offset it with that $200 of Bilt Cash you're gonna get every single year. It effectively comes in at $295. Verdict and recommendation. The Bilt Palladium, I would say, is the 2x catch-all everywhere card, meaning if you don't have an elevated category, say for shopping or dining out, then whatever that additional spend is, I put on this card. In addition, if you have some sort of housing payment, whether it's rent or mortgage, this would be the default card to put that on because no other credit card lets you earn points for rent and mortgage without having to pay a transaction fee. Card number 4, we have the Chase Freedom Unlimited. Sign-up bonus. You'll receive $200 back after you spend $500 within the first 3 months. In addition, this card comes with 0% APR for the first 15 months. Earnings. This card earns 5% cash back for anything booked through the Chase travel portal, 3% cash back for dining, 3% cash back at drugstores, and 1.5% cash back everywhere. Benefits. The biggest benefit with this card is that it gets you into the Chase ecosystem. And what I mean by that is it starts a banking relationship between you and Chase has a Sapphire Preferred and a Sapphire Reserve card. Those are higher tier cards offering more bang for the buck. And so for a lot of people, you want to start that relationship early so when you apply for those cards, ideally you get approved. In addition, even though this card earns cash back at this level, if you later on get the Sapphire Preferred and Reserve, you can transfer your cash back into Chase points, which then can be transferred out to flight and hotel partners and do all those fun things we mentioned earlier. Annual fee, $0. My verdict and recommendations. For me, the Chase Freedom Unlimited is a phenomenal kind of entry-level cashback credit card. You don't want to dabble yet in the points and miles world and you want to get some benefit for your earn, get the Chase Freedom Unlimited. And what's great about this card is it sets you up to take that next step and makes it a little bit easier. Card number 5. The American Express Platinum sign-up bonus. Similar to the gold, there's a publicly available sign-up bonus, but it's only gonna get you like 80,000 points after you spend $12,000 within the first 6 months. Instead, if you dug around a little bit, there's actually a way more elevated non-public bonus going as high as 175,000 points for the same amount of spend over the same time period. Definitely jump on that one if you can find it. And if you're interested, I actually do have a working link in the description box down below, so feel free to check it out. Earnings. This card earns 5x for flights you book direct with an airline or through Amex Travel, 5x for prepaid hotels you book through Amex Travel, and 1x on all other purchases. Now let's talk about benefits, and there's a ton of benefits. So first, we're gonna talk about its credits. This card offers a $600 hotel credit, a $400 Resi credit, a $300 digital entertainment credit, a $300 Lululemon credit, a $200 Uber credit, a $200 Oura Ring credit, as well as a $155 Walmart Plus credit. Now, that's not an exhaustive list of all the credits. In addition, some of the credits you can redeem biannually, some of them quarterly. I'll put up in the description box down below exactly how they can be redeemed, but this is really just a show. There's a ton of credits this card offers. The American Express Platinum is also a workhorse when it comes to travel lounges. Specifically, you get access into American Express Centurion lounges, Delta Sky Club lounges, Lufthansa lounges, Priority Pass lounges, Plaza Premium lounges, as well as Escape lounges. And just like the American Express Gold, this card also offers you transferable currency. So you take your American Express points, if you're lucky enough to get that 175,000 point offer, and you can move them to a flight or hotel partner. And so whether you want to be flying for free round trip economy or you want to start flying for business, that is now all accessible to you. The third set of benefits we're calling out is going to be the shopping benefits. And so this card offers you purchase protection as well as return protection. I really love purchase protection because it covers you for items that are lost. And return protection is amazing because if you go to, let's say, Apple and you want to return something after 2 weeks, well, Apple's not going to take it, but you could file a claim with American Express and they'll cover you for up to $300. And finally, the annual fee. It is pretty staggering at $895, but keep in mind there's some credits you can use to offset it. Namely, the Resi credit, the digital entertainment credit, as well as the Uber credit. And with those taken out, you're effectively pocketing $5. Now, let's say you throw in the hotel credit, the Lululemon credit, as well as the Oura Ring credit, you could easily walk away with well over $1,000 in your pocket to have this credit card, which is insane when we think about what type of credit card it is and its use case. And with that, we'll jump to verdict and recommendations. This card right here is a travel workhorse. If you are a road warrior, if you travel for work, if you travel with your family, if you just generally like travel and you want access to kind of the glitz and the glam of it all, the American Express Platinum is your friend. You needed this card yesterday. In addition, I wouldn't overlook the fact that there's a bonus going as high as 170,000 points. And so with that, I would say, hey, jump on the card, get the bonus, and then in 12 or 13 months, reevaluate, have I gotten enough benefit out of it? Am I actually getting paid over $1,000? If not, you can always cancel and downgrade, and you still hang on to the points. Cool, folks, and that is the video. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you have some of these cards? Are you considering some of these cards? Or what cards do you think I might have missed? The one thing I would throw out is potentially we could have thrown a 2% cashback card. However, I decided to use the Chase Freedom Unlimited instead because I felt as though the ecosystem play is a lot more compelling. But if you're like, hey, I don't care about an ecosystem, I'm never gonna get those points and miles card, a card that I probably would have thrown on is either the Citi Double Cash or the Wells Fargo Active Cash. Both of those cards offer 2% cash back with no annual fee. So that's maybe a substitution I might have made, but let me know if you think I missed anything else. And as always, if you want to support the channel, description box down below, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.